Legionnaires of the Lariat. Welcome back to another episode of Still Called a Lariat. And today we are predicting AEW's Revolution 2026. I'm your host, Michael Wright, and with me as always is my tag team partner, stevezapf. Steven, how are we doing today?
Man, I'm good. I'm a little confused with this AEW Revolution card. This is there's a possibility for some cool stuff to happen. I do think it'll be a good pay-per-view because AEW tends to do good pay-per-views, but it's still a little muddy how we got to this point with some of the stuff, but we'll get a good show out of it, I think.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things. We've been critiquing WWE an awful lot recently about things not making sense. And I think when you have a 4-5 match card where it's half full with commercials, it's really easy not to forgive them, to get them to where they're at. AEW, on the other hand, has, if you count the one pre-show match, let's say about 10 matches on this, and I'm convinced every one of these matches will actually be a really good match. I feel like if you are the casual viewer, then you're just here for the pay-per-views or PLEs, AEW's got you. Like, they're like, you don't have to know anything about this. You're just going to come in and have a really good match.
I say it all the time. The AEW pay-per-views, though they're bigger than what I'm going to say them as, they're like really good spot shows a lot of times. Like you could watch an AEW pay-per-view in a bubble and just watch that show and be like, oh, this is good wrestling.
Yeah. Whereas, I feel like the WWE has so much of the storyline tangled into it. What are you most excited for here?
All right. So I don't know if I'm going to steal your thunder on this one or not, but I'm most excited for Brody King versus Swerve Strickland.
It's going to be a good one. I am actually pretty pumped for that one. I actually hadn't thought about that answer first. Obviously, the one I'm most excited for is whoever decides to man up and face Big Boom AJ. There you go, AJ.
Boom.
Yes, I think that one will be a really good match at the end of the day. This Moxley Takeshita match has a potential to be really, really good. I feel like Moxley has gotten a little bit out of his not comfort zone, but out of you wrestle Moxley now that he's not a heel anymore. So I feel like that is one that could really stand out. And if I don't say timeless Tony Storm when we talk about this, I'll never forgive myself in the morning. So I'll throw that just because she's in it. No offense to Marina, but I'm here for Tony.
What's a little weird is that Moxley is a babyface, but the rest of his group is still heels.
Yeah.
We're still at that point.
We are still at that point.
Like Marina is still in the group and she is still a heel and she's still like his right-hand person. So it's a little odd. Just a tad.
This is the ultimate. We used to talk about this a lot of people are faces and heels when they need to be. This is the ultimate version of that.
They swerve, not like Strickland.
No, exactly like Strickland.
That is true.
The biggest offender of the I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy.
Now he is
a bad guy.
He is straight bad guy now. He even changed his music. He's not
this week.
That's true. Although I will say this, Swerve as a heel, because we haven't gotten to talk about this much. The one thing I like about this, or the biggest thing I like about it, because I kind of like Swerve as a heel, is that Prince Nana is actually being more of a serious manager at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I don't mind the manager being funny, but I don't want the manager to be a joke, if that makes sense. And he's not a joke right now. He's just Swerve's manager that is spouting off some serious stuff, even though he might do it in a funny way.
I like Swerve as a heel in general. And when you kind of build that up, I think that he works really well this way. He's a fantastic, he's just a great all-rounder. So don't say that I don't think he's good at being a face, but he really does have that has that dog in him. I guess you could say, like where you can see
That
like,
edge.
he's gonna get vicious on you, and I like that aspect of his character.
It's that edge that he has. He's got a certain level of edge to him that it's even when he's a baby face, he works better as almost like a heel that the fans cheer.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is even when he did his stuff to turn heel, when he turned on Kenny, like, yeah, they booed him when he said he put Kenny through the ring or whatever, or through the table, but they kind of cheered when he did it. So again, fans are heels.
Both ways, guys. You can't have both ways.
The fans are heels.
Well, so they don't recognize it here where Dom turned the WWE fan base heel. They recognize it now. They know who they are. AEW fans, they're a little bit in column A, a little bit in column B. You still cheer for this, but you feel bad about it afterwards. That's kind of where I think that they're set. Let's kick it off, Steven. We'll talk about the pre-show because there's a title included in it. This prediction won't count because we don't count the pre-show, but we'll still talk about it quickly. We have the Blackjack Battle Royal with Ricochet defending his title at the
National.
The National. Sorry, they're all the same. The national title in a 21-person battle royal.
I believe so.
31?
That would make sense because it's the Blackjack Battle Royal.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. I was just questioning myself there. Well, Steven, what do you got?
So,
what are you thinking? Who's in this?
There's a lot
dancing?
of people. I think they could bring a lot of people into this that would be very interesting. Especially with them saying it's the national championship. 21 people, they could bring in, I don't know, 10 or 12 people that aren't even signed with the company technically right now. And I think it would make sense.
Declaring.
Yeah. I would say it's going to be a solid 7 to 12 participants are going to not be AEW wrestlers. I think that's a fair bet for out of 21. I will say this. One of the things I like that AEW does is they keep their themes. So like this pay-per-view is Revolution. A lot of their stuff is either car themed or gambling themed. So it's the Blackjack Battle Royal. There's the Casino Gauntlet. Like they do a lot of stuff where they at least keep these themes for it. And I do like that. So I'll give AEW their due on that one. I think in order to make this worth anything still, you either need Ricochet to win this or be right in there at the end. And I don't know if this Battle Royal is going to be, for lack of a better term, Royal Rumble style, where people are going to be entering randomly, or if it's all just going to start with 21 guys all in at once.
Oh.
So that's my biggest question on how this goes. I feel like if it's going to be a situation where people are entering randomly, I wouldn't even be surprised if somehow the rest of the Demand, that's their name, the rest of his group is in there and they start helping him toss people out.
So if the internet can be believed.
Okay.
The way this happens is there's 21 entrants where 5 participants start and groups of 5 more enter every 3 minutes.
Okay.
Culminating in the 21st entrant. Participants are grouped by suit. Spades, diamonds, clubs,
they have done
hearts
stuff like this before.
From the deck of the cards.
And then the Joker, a wild card, right?
Entrance is the Joker.
So here's what I'm going to throw out there.
I dig that. That's fun.
I do like that. I've seen them do that before. They haven't done it like this in a while. I'm going to throw it out there. The Joker might win this. after Ricochet and the Gates of Agony toss like kind of everyone else out, and whoever the Joker is, and I have some thoughts on who the Joker could be. Obviously, one of my heart's ones would be Killer Cross. I think that would be a really cool debut for Killer Cross. One of the other ones
that he'd do well here.
I think he would do very well here. The other one that I'm almost thinking somehow this is the type of weird backwards promotional stuff that certain wrestlers do. EC3 has been spouting off that he's blackballed from wrestling right now, that none of the major promotions will touch him because of however he dealt with leaving the NWA or whatever it was. I'm neither here nor there. I don't know about how he left. I wasn't in the office. With that said, that type of backwards promotion that certain wrestlers do, that's kind of the perfect way to bring him in as, oh my God, but he's blackballed everywhere. So I could see it being something like him where they brought him in to do this. But I think at the end of the day, it should still be Ricochet. Unless the only other one I could see is maybe like someone returning off injury, like a Bobby Lashley or a Shelton Benjamin.
I could see that as well. I think you're going to see a bunch of people. You're going to see 21 people in this. And I've been trying to figure it out because you're going to have to see like Orange Cassidy show up here in some way. There's a few names. I think that this Revolution might be a little bit of a return PLE or so I'm right there with you. I didn't have EC3 on my bingo card, but I got a couple other names I think are going to show up on this night throughout the night. A couple of surprise ones, a couple returns here and there. I put this down to Ricochet retaining. I was thinking he would be the wild card, being the champion, giving him that opportunity to be the last person in. But this could be a way to just slap another title on Ciampa.
Could be.
And so that was like, I could see randomly Ciampa holding all of the titles within a month. He'll everything, lose them all within 3 to 10 days.
Yeah.
100%. Never get a rematch. Right after. Just move on to the next one. I'm with you. I'm going to go Ricochet here. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. For right now, I'm going to go Ricochet unless I hear something through the grapevine. Like you said, it doesn't matter anyway because this isn't part of our actual picks.
If it's not Ricochet, I'm going to say Ciampa if it's not Ricochet.
I don't think it's Ciampa. He's a little bit in too deep with Mark Briscoe right now. They started doing that stuff again. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go Bobby Lashley. If it's not, because I don't think that they're gonna bring. I actually don't think they're gonna bring Killer Cross in, but at the same time, I think that Lashley coming back right now would, if he's healthy, if he's cleared.
I actually would rather see Benjamin come back.
I'd absolutely rather see Benjamin, but I think that this is going to be their oh, this is how big the title is. Bobby Lashley took it.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from them, except for the fact that Bobby Lashley is too big to take this title.
He's too big to take. I know. I agree with you. I agree, but they're going to act like he's going to make this title mean something more than just we like accessories.
Yeah. It is. Just fill the toy shelf.
Fill the toy shelf.
Next match we have on this list, we won't even count this. We both know who's going to win this match. Big Boom AJ versus this up and coming Taba. Is that how you say that?
That is Taba.
Taba. TBA. So we're not sure who he's going to be wrestling against quite yet, but we have Big Boom AJ, and I think if you know anything, that when Big Boom AJ goes in the ring, he does not lose.
So Should we just give them one for a good old time's sake?
Let's get it. Oh, boom.
Boom. Yeah. I might get a double chunk chocolate cookie on Saturday to watch this one. Sunday. I'm sorry. It's on Sunday. So I might buy it Saturday so it's prepped for me on Sunday.
Not a fan of Sundays anymore. Saturday's way better. It
I do agree.
that I watch it. It does like it's so hard to catch up once the work week starts, and these are 11-hour pay-per-views. 11 billion hours. It's so hard. It's so hard to watch it all on Sunday with everything. So we'll move on to what we think the main card is. We are kicking this off. I didn't really look at this order. Steven, you put this together. So if it's right, I wrote it. If it's wrong, Steven wrote it. But this is our best guess where this will start. I do kind of like starting out this way. So we have Toni Storm versus Marina Shafir. And like I said before, I'm always excited about a Toni Storm match where I think the two of these two are going to be able to put on a really big banger of a match and like kind of kick the show off right if this is the way they go about it. Steven, what's your initial thoughts here?
I think so. I have been a bit critical of Marina Shafir for years now. Years. I'm not going to lie. It's been years. Since before we started the show, I've been critical of Marina Shafir. With that said, they have done their damnedest. AEW, Tony Khan, whatever booking team that they have put together, have done their damnedest in the last year and a half to try to make Marina Shafir a force in this women's division or just in AEW to begin with. I think this might be one of those, if Toni Storm can't pull a match out of her, no one can.
Fair.
At the same time, even if Toni Storm can't pull the match out of her, I do think that Toni Storm will pull a medium match out of her. No matter what, this isn't dropping below a 5 out of 10, so to speak.
I feel like Tony does have a floor. I think there's only been like one or two matches in recent history where I was just like, meh. The rest of them were just absolutely fantastic. But I'll kick it off this time around. I'm thinking Tony for the win. I could really see them go the opposite direction here. Not that they're trying to bury Tony, but she was at the top for so long. I feel like they're trying to knock her down so she could build her way back up. And like have people miss her a little bit in that main event. And you know, the Death Riders always get those weird wins when they shouldn't.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Marina wins this, mainly because I think a little part of me also thinks that Tony, we talked about this before we came on, that it's weird how you just said how far Tony has kind of fallen down the card and in a relatively quick manner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. I kind of think Tony wants this. I don't mean Tony Khan. I mean Toni Storm. I think I think Toni Storm wants to not have to be at the top of the card, wants to not have to have the responsibility of the entirety of the women's division sitting on her shoulders for a little bit, because for the last, basically the entirety of the time that we've been doing this show, it has sat on her shoulders. Exactly. So for 2 years now, this has been, we always talk about that Elimination Chamber is our kind of unofficial anniversary.
This is the first one we reviewed.
But Revolution is probably the first huge card that we did, because that same year that we started the show was the year that Sting retired. So, and Toni Storm has been a major part of mostly every pay-per-view for AEW up until 3 or 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I'm going to buck you on this one. I'm going to go Marina.
No, this is where you're going to catch one on me.
What does it matter? You're ahead of me by like 9. I'd have to get everyone right and hope that you get most of them wrong.
I'm up on you by 7.
I'm still.
It's not enough.
$20. It's not enough. What if I want wings?
Wait, is there only one more PLE left?
No, this is
just
it.
Mania? Oh, this
It's
is
just this, then Mania. Yeah.
Oh, Mania starts the new year.
Mania starts the new year. Yeah,
I got risky this year. I got frisky last year.
Well, you had a bigger lead last year at this point.
Yeah, last year. What did I win by? Sorry, folks.
You were up by like 11 last year at this point.
I feel like you buried it, PLE predictions. I won the year. Say.
It was like 11 or 13 or something like that, and I kind of came back a little bit, but not like.
I only beat you by 4.
That's because you, like, at the end, you got really, really risky with stuff.
Yeah, I toned it down. I went
because the last couple of shows. I would say I think the last couple of shows were the first couple that we had Hound on, and
Chamber. Yeah,
and you started getting a little risque, if you will.
Yeah, there's a few of them. I'm betting the house. Blackjack Battle Royal. I'm betting the house.
Splitting the aces.
Yeah, definitely splitting the. You always split the aces, right? Yeah, do you split aces?
Yes.
You do, right? Yeah. You never split tens. That's what you're not supposed to do.
Splitting tens.
Splitting tens. Oh man, you're gonna catch one up on me. I don't like it, Steven. I don't like it. Just because I can see it going. Not that Marina should win, but because I feel like that's kind of where we're at. Does Tony have a lot more time left on her contract?
I have no idea what her contract looks like, but I don't see her going back to WWE anytime soon. And also, she's engaged, married, something to Juice Robinson, who I don't see going anywhere either.
So her deal expires March of 2027. So she's got one more year left. It's just one of those things. I could see her going back to WWE now as a star with this character. And man, would she blow the roof off that place. Holy cow.
And we would get her to interact with Danhausen.
That would be fantastic. Did they do it the first time around? I was nowhere.
No, I don't think so. Tony Hausen? Timeless Hausen?
It could be all the Hausen.
All the Hausens. Yeah, because you can do Marina Hausen. That doesn't work.
You can make it work. It always works. Or you're cursed.
Every time he curses somebody after they team up, the screen automatically goes black and white.
That's it. It's hot.
There it is.
I like it.
Like an old episode of The Munsters.
Yes. It goes classic. You wouldn't know with Danhausen. Same colors. Same thing. Moving on to the AEW Tag Team titles. We have FTR versus the Young Bucks. Steven, what you thinking here, bud?
So this was telegraphed. The second the Bucks went back to being faces, we kind of saw this one coming. I think we actually have an episode or a review or something where we actually say this is where they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this way. This is going to be FTR's win. I think FTR wins this. I think that I actually hope that this match is a lot better than I think it's going to be, but I think it's going to be the same FTR Young Bucks match that we've been watching for 6 years. And I'm hoping that it's not, though. Like, I'm hoping that maybe FTR pulls out that old spark of FTR that they used to have and not just go with the flow of this whole thing, because FTR, when we started this, was easily the best tag team in the world. Easily. Mm-hmm. Now it just feels like they're well, we're here. We're doing stuff. Even as the tag team champions, it doesn't feel very special what they're doing. It doesn't feel like they could be the main event if they started doing tag team main events. I don't know. It's just, and if they did something like that where this match was so different from all of their other matches, I think that could re-spark it a little bit. But
I'm not sure if the Bucks are capable of a new match, similar to Moxley in most cases.
That's the other thing.
Is, but the 800 vested super kicks as we go,
and at least 4 pile drivers
on the steps. People kick out. They dust their shoulders off, and they walk away. Steven, if I pick against you on every single one of these matches,
are you going to say I can catch up?
You could win.
Are you going to pick against me on every single one of these matches?
I'm thinking about it. Just I told you I'm trying to put it out.
You're going to put it all out on the line here? All
of it. But the thing is, there's no chance I can pick the Young Bucks here. No chance.
I do agree with you about what you said about Young Bucks, though. I have a feeling, as much as we want to maybe think that there could be a new match with this, I have a feeling that the Bucks walk in and be like, well, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. The problem is it is broken.
The thing that I think you'll see here in one of my first kind of surprises of the night, give or take, is I think during this match or after this match, specifically after this match, I think you see the return of Edge and Christian.
Hopefully. It's been long enough where we finally need this payoff.
Yep. They come back. FTR is where they're headed. And I think they need the titles for it. It just elevates the stakes for Edge and Christian to potentially win the titles one more time as a duo. Quick, take out your flash photography, which doesn't even make sense anymore. I guess.
I mean, there's flashing on cell phones now.
I guess so, but still, it's not quite the same thing.
It's not the same.
So I got FTR, though. I do want to pick against you every single time. Steve. I really do. I want to give you that opportunity. Just knowing that there's no way I get less than 2 out of 8 right. So I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe I'll eat those words. But I am, I love FTR. Like they are a fun team to watch, and I'll be excited to watch this match regardless, even if you turn your brain off for a couple minutes and pretend like it's the first time you've seen this match. And I'm with you, FTR. I feel
that is a good plan. That's what I'm going to do.
Turn it off.
Just act like I've never seen this match before. Brand new match just came out yesterday.
Brand new match came out yesterday. Next up, we have the AEW Trios titles with the Don Callis family made up of Okada, Fletcher, and Davis versus Mystico and Jet Speed. I'm just not a big fan of trios matches. That's a me thing.
No, I'm there with you. I don't see a need for these titles. I don't, especially every time that the last 2 champions before this were the 2 most recent world heavyweight champions other than MJF. So it just makes it like, it's like, I'm going after that title because I want gold. Well, you have gold. Like, so what are you doing now? Like, you're saying that while you're walking to the ring and carrying a gold belt.
And even in this match, Fletcher has the title.
Champ.
So
Okada has the title. Okada's the international champion.
There's a national, international, and continental championship.
There's a lot of breakfasts going on.
Those are all the same thing. Sorry.
Continental breakfast, International House of Pancakes. I forget what the other one. Oh, and the National. That's like Denny's with the Grand Slam breakfast.
It's gonna break my brain. I'm gonna move on. There's not much I really want to like. This match will be fun. There'll be a bunch of high spots. It'll be fast. I think this will be one of the shortest matches on the show. Randomly, though AEW loves to give you 20-minute matches for every single person.
I was gonna say, says you. This is gonna be a 25-minute match.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing: Okada doesn't even get moving until 27 minutes in.
And in all honesty, I have no idea. Steve, what do you think's gonna win this? I have no idea.
Okay, truthfully, the one thing that is kind of interesting in this match is that Fletcher and Davis are actually tag teaming because they used to be Aussie Open, which is kind of cool. But also, poor Mark Davis was on the verge of actually being something interesting in the tag team division with the artist formerly known as Jake something, who became Jake Doyle in AEW. And then Jake Doyle tore his tricep, I think. He tore something. He tore something that needs surgery, and he's not there right now. And they were actually kind of interesting. You know, Jake Doyle, Jake something, whatever you want to call him. He's all big and jacked. And Davis kind of looks... Yeah, and Davis kind of looks like his chubby cousin. Sorry, it's not untrue, though. Fletcher and Okada, I think they're trying to build this whole idea that there's a little bit of dissent between Fletcher, Okada, and Takeshita's kind of in the middle of it a little bit. So I'm going to say this. I think Mystico and Jet Speed win this title.
That's where I was leaning.
And it's so weird how the different promotion can change my thought process on somebody, because in TNA I was behind Speedball, right? Like, we liked Speedball.
We did.
And then
we were worried about him coming here.
And this is why, because I do not give a damn about him anymore. And Kevin Knight, who should be something higher up the card, I wish he wasn't in this team, because he could be doing stuff on his own. Very high up on the card on his own too. So I do think it's going to be Mystico and Jet Speed. I think Mystico is kind of rounding out the end of his time in wrestling in general, or at least he should be. He's slowing down a lot, although there's a lot of those luchadors that stick around into their 50s and 60s at this point.
They just learn to dance. They just switch them out.
Basically, but like even the originals,
they would never know.
Well, no, now they bring in they actually reference it. It's like, oh, this is Mystico 2, or
no, but that's not the point. You just put switch.
They don't do that. They acknowledge it in Mexico, which is weird.
I know they do, but this is Mexico. This is
as in El Hijo del Mystico would be son of Mystico.
Let's just make it Mystico. Just find someone who has the same body shape. Like, what's his face?
If you say Sin Cara, it'll be funny, because
Sin Cara.
You know what's funny about that? Mystico is Sin Cara. He's the original Sin Cara.
Perfect.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was like, yes, we're just feeding into this. Here's the thing. Out of everyone that's involved in this match, Fletcher is kind of the only one I give a damn about anymore.
I think Okada just never gets along with anybody that he's in a group with. That's the case, right?
I just bitch.
Give a figure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going with
Mystico Jet Speed.
I was leaning that way because of the next match. It allows this one to kind of work in that favor. I think there's a couple of things that are going to be set up a little bit later coming out of this match, and I think getting those titles off of the Don Callis family opens things up.
I agree.
Going next, we have Andrade, who has made a huge splash in AEW. Love this for him. Versus Bandito in a singles match. Is there any stipulations on this match, Stephen?
No, I think this is just a normal.
It's just a match.
Just a match. Weird, right? Like they're just doing a normal match.
It's not a street fight?
Nope, nothing special about this match. No title.
No holds barred match?
No stipulation. Doesn't matter. They're not going to follow any rules anyway, but.
Fair. I actually think this match is going to be an absolute banger. I probably should have said this earlier. I think this match is going to be really, really good. It's going to be really fast. It's going to be, there's going to be some really big spots in it. It's a perfect match where you have this placed right in the middle of the card. I'm really, I'm excited about this one. What are you thinking on this front?
I think this is one of those matches that could be really good. I also think that it could be a little bit of a schmoz. And it could just be the fact that I'm not super huge on lucha just in general. And I think that this could unfortunately either be good because it unfolds into kind of an entirely lucha match or be bad because it unfolds into an entirely lucha match. With that said, I think Andrade manages to blend, both of these guys actually manage to blend the Mexican and American styles pretty nicely. I do think I like Bandito overall. I think Bandito is the one that is the one masked luchador that they should hitch their wagon to instead of bringing in 32 other masked luchadors, which is kind of what they did. I think Bandito should have been like, oh, this is our guy that does this. Like, here's our guy for this.
It's like the Ray for a long time.
Yeah, like he's their Ray. Like that's your standout guy. That's the guy that you're hitching the wagon to. And once you start muddying the water with all the other ones, the holograms, the clones, the Hechiceros, even though he's more of a ground-based guy, but all of these different guys, all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, they all do the same thing and they kind of become a little interchangeable at that point. So, if you're asking who I think is going to win this match,
I'll go first.
Perfect.
You went first last time.
Perfect.
I'm trying to go back and forth because, rules. I think I'm going with Andrade this one. I think that they're still going to give him the push. I wouldn't be surprised if there's shenanigans that lead to it. Being part of Don Callis will be down there for him. So I'm gonna go with Andrade for this one. I don't like picking Bandito for a loss here, in all honesty, because of things later in this card. But yeah, I will go with Andrade for now.
I am agreeing with you. I think it's Andrade, especially since we're picking the other Callis family members to lose in their match.
That's what I was alluding to there, because I have there's a few here that kind of work in that favor to kind of balance that out. Like, I don't expect Don Callis family to have a bad night, but it's not going to be a perfect night either.
No, I don't think it's going to be a perfect night, but I think that this is going to, I have a feeling that we're on the same page with some of this. I think I know where you're going with this, but we have to get there first. We're laying
100%.
We're laying the pipe before we put something through it, as they say. Or are we?
So going next, we have Brody King versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve. In a singles match.
In a regular old singles match.
Man, oh man, there's so many of them on this card.
I think this is just a regular old singles match, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a regular singles match. So yeah, we got anything else? AEW?
No.
Yep. Just want to make
regular old singles match.
Regular old singles match. We have Brody King versus Swerve Strickland. Steven, what are you thinking here?
I think this match is going to be, I know I said I'm excited about this match, but I think this match is going to be really good, and it's going to be really good for a different reason than what might be labeled as a great match sometimes. I think that this is going to be, because I know throughout our 2-year history of this show and me and you, Showtime, we have talked a lot about match speed, not necessarily work rate, but the pace of the match.
Pace.
I believe the pace of this match is going to be very good. But I also think that this is going to turn into, in the words of good old JR, a real slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker. Oh, no.
I think this, dare I say, this match will be a hootenanny.
Will it tear the barn down?
It might tear the barn down during said hootenanny. A whole lot of hoot and just a little bit of nanny. I think...
Will there be shenanigans?
So many shenanigans. I just don't know who the shenanigans are there from. I really like the idea of this match. I like the idea. First of all, Swerve has gotten visibly bigger during his time off for that injury.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's in great shape, and I've seen some of his workout videos and stuff. Like, all respect to him. He put the work in. Brody King is such a big dude and such a different look, and I love it. And this is one of those matches that could break down into a real fight, and I think it would be perfect. Like, I'm not saying there won't be any moves, and I'm not saying that they're going to be, that they should go out on the floor for, 4 or 5 minutes at a time, 10 minutes at a time. I'm saying these two guys should stand in the ring and beat the living hell out of each other. This should look like an old school Dallas style Fritz Von Erich match. Like, this is going to look like an old Von Erich versus Freebirds match. This is going to look like something out of Mid-South with Junkyard Dog, or at least it should. In my opinion, that's what this should look like. This should be that type of fight. Magnum versus Tully, one of those type of just brawls. But like, you still get Swerve doing some of like his very creative stuff, and Brody King doing some of his creative stuff in there, and it'll be this match has such potential to be so beautiful. And then at the end, I am picking this time, right?
Oh, hold on, I just want to say something first, and then you can go for it. Though I didn't want to stop you because you're so excited, Steve.
I'm so excited for this match. This has I know we love Tony Storm, and I'm never going to take anything away from Tony Storm. Mm-hmm. And FTR, I still think, should be the best tag team in the world. And Andrade versus Bandito could be a cool match. I think on paper, though, no matter what, if you look at this card, this actually should be the best match on the card.
Yeah. The one that I just want to add, and then I'll let you continue to climax or whatever was happening there.
I'm gushing.
The one thing I really do appreciate is how they're handling Brody King all of a sudden. Like, really handling him the right way, pushing him to the moon, even though he lost MJF. Like, they let him just dominate him. I think it really took Brody King out of that mid card and really propelled him up the card. I think I'm not sure if he's a main event mainstay, but not everyone can be, and they actually have quite a few of those in AEW. He's one of those like change of pace ones that like you can even put the title on him for a little while, and then transition it off to somebody else. Like, he's got so much potential, and it's got such a unique look to him.
I agree.
I think in wrestling that means so much. You have to be a good worker, and you have to have you have to stand out. So Steve, please finish. Go for it.
So, I think the end of this match is Swerve Strickland winning.
Yeah.
I think it has to be, right? Like, you don't turn him heel to not have him go over at this point.
I have an alternate scenario for you, Steven.
Okay.
Because I had an idea, and I want to pick Brody here for this reason. I'm not saying what I'm going to do yet, but this is why I want to do. Swerve Strickland wins this match, but doesn't stop.
Reverse the decision.
Continues to go. They reverse the decision, still continues to go. And from the back, returns Will Ospreay for the save. To pick up a little bit of unfinished business with Swerve, because I feel like they were feuding, and then they teamed, and then Will was out. We never really got
The blow off
Swerve versus Will, real blow off, real heated. Swerve as a vicious heel. This could be a really good way to get those guys both back to where they need to be in order to reintroduce them to the main event scene, and finally get Will Ospreay, in my mind, the title. Like you need something to happen in order to pull Will out to make that save, which is where I like that. I'm going to stick with Serve because I feel like I'm really shooting the moon there. But that's the one. What I hope I'm wrong in this case.
So I don't disagree with you on how cool that would be. Here is where I'm going to, I don't know, give the caveat to it. He still had neck fusion surgery. I don't know how long. I don't know how long the recovery is on that, and on his and also something like that is it's different per person. I mean,
Yes.
Obviously there's going to be a range that you can work in. I almost think that in your scenario, even almost the better option. Well, not the better. Let me change that. Not the better option. A more realistic option might be Buddy Matthews, because him and Brody were tag team partners. I'm going to work the other side, the Brody relationship.
Okay.
And also Buddy had ankle surgery. I feel like that's not, or, whatever they did with his ankle. I feel like that might be a little less invasive than any time you do something with your neck. Also, I am also going back right now to see where the last Ospreay match was, because it was
so it sounds like they're most likely going to target his return to the ring at Wembley in August.
That's what I'm assuming, because, and if you look, Ospreay's last match was Forbidden Door.
Yeah, but he barely wrestled that match. He was already done.
No, but that was the lights out steel cage match.
Okay.
And that was,
wasn't there multiple people in that match?
There was a lot of people. It's like a 10-man steel cage match. I'm not saying how much he did or how much he didn't do. He still did more than Tanahashi did.
Fair.
And that was only basically September, I believe. Like end of August. That was the end of August, because then they had All Out. And so that was the end of August. They did that.
The recovery time for a normal human being is 3 to 6 months. For an athlete, it's 6 to 12. So let's say he gets back in the ring 9 months after that, which puts you right in that summertime swing.
Which is Wembley.
But you could have him come back and do light stuff where he doesn't actually get hit.
I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to ruin the surprise with him coming back. That's the problem.
All right.
Just my thought process of both companies.
All right.
How they're going to bring him back. I think they're going to put him in the Owen.
Okay.
To get the world title shot at Wembley.
I'm just saying it would be a lot cooler if he did.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be. I'm not disagreeing with how cool it would be if he was involved in this. I'm saying I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay. I'll see you wrong tomorrow or on Sunday.
Sunday. Tomorrow is not Sunday.
Tomorrow. Who knows what day it is? It could be any day. No one knows. Days are made up anyway. Time is an illusion.
It's all relative.
The next match we have here is John Moxley versus Konosuke
Takeshita. You combined his name. You combined his name
every time. I can never say. My tongue just does not let me say these names. In a no time limit match for the AEW Continental title, which is not apparently the national or international title.
Neither one of those.
Neither of those things. Apparently, it's a different thing.
It's a totally different thing. Brand new thing just came out yesterday.
It sure did. In a no time limit match. Like I said, Steven, I actually been enjoying Moxley a lot more recently since he's turned face or whatever you call what he did. I think he's wrestling better matches. Takeshita, I'm a big fan of in general. I think he could do no wrong. If they can put together a good match, this will, like, I feel bad the way we have this set up for the next match, because if we're coming out of, and they do this often this way, we're coming out.
That's the thing, is don't forget how I have this set up right now is not actually unbelievable.
No, not at all. That's why I put it together. Andrade versus Bandito is going to be a fast match, in my opinion. Brody King Swerve is going to be perfectly paced, huge hits, lots of emotion. Moxley and Takeshita is going to be a kind of a big blow off match in like kind of a big way. And I actually think that the end here is going to be what we've all been kind of wanting to happen for a long time now. And we'll have, I'm just going to go for it. We're going to have Takeshita win this title. I wouldn't be surprised if the Death Riders turned on Mox afterwards, because they're heels and he's a face. Doesn't make sense.
Does not make sense.
And it also wouldn't surprise me if we have a little bit of Okada sprinkled in here, calling for the title on that aspect of things. There's so much that I think they're going to be able to jam into this a lot. Like, so much I didn't even review what I think about the match. It's like the Lord of the Rings. It has 7 endings.
It absolutely has 7 endings. And what's more is, I wouldn't be surprised. So I agree with you. Takeshita's winning this match. I don't know. I do agree with you. I think Moxley does get turned on. Does he get a plastic bag put over his head?
Oh, God, I hope not. I forgot about that. I put that away.
It's
right next to all of the previous FTR Young Bucks matches that don't exist anymore.
That's fair. It's I wouldn't be surprised if Takeshita and Okada did feud for both titles, because the last time Okada feuded for both titles was the international. He was the Continental at the time, and Omega was the international. And that is going to be how they redo the unified title for no reason whatsoever. None whatsoever.
It's not, they're going to just add another title to it.
Well, that's what the unified title is. The unified title is, they're still holding both titles until the next Continental Classic.
Third title.
Yes, but there's a third title belt to unify them. It's a fusion, even though whoever wins it still comes down with all 3 belts. All three belts. Now then, Jesus Christ. I love Konosuke Takeshita. I think Takeshita can do no wrong. I think Moxley can do a lot of wrong. Let's put it that way.
He's been better.
He's been better. I'll go with that. Yes, he's been better. It's not so much death jitsu, but
Kung Fu.
No, you don't. So
No,
I realized the other night too, I think there's one thing that I want Takeshita to do. This is an aesthetic change, by the way. This isn't anything, and it's not going to be anything crazy. I don't want him to cut his hair. I don't want anything like that. There's something I wouldn't mind.
Armbands?
He's got the armbands.
Get rid of them.
Oh, get rid of them. No, I kind of like the armbands.
I like them too. I was going to tell you you're wrong.
No, I would not mind, and I think it would be a nice change if Konosuke Takeshita went to long tights, and not because I don't think that his gear currently looks cool. Here is where I'm going to, again, I do a lot of things because I think of the standout portion of it. Takeshita is currently in a group with Andrade, who rips off his jeans and wears briefs. Okada, who wears trunks. Fletcher, who wears trunks. Davis, who wears trunks. Josh Alexander, who, though he wears a singlet, it forms into the trunk style. he, out of like one or two other guys out of the 14 members of the Don Callis family, he would be the only one that had long tights. And with his symbol, that cool kabuki mask with the horns and everything like that, it would look really, really badass in like red outline on a pair of black long tights.
He actually also has the body style for it. He's a bit top heavy.
He is a bit top heavy, though. He's got the big thighs from being a track star. But I think the way he's built, the long tights would look cool. Yeah, he's got the certain shape for it, and it would look cool with him coming out in the jacket too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I think it would make him stand out a little different from the rest of the Don Callis family, especially if they're kind of veering him out of the Don Callis family. And I think it would be a cool, different look for him. Now, with that said, everything else about Konosuke Takeshita is absolutely correct. Everything is great for him. I think this match, I do agree with you. I think this could be a hidden gem on this card.
Mm-hmm. And completely gassed the crowd with 3 back-to-back matches.
Bangers.
Like, this one may be the one that takes that. Like, I just can't breathe anymore. I'm done. Like, I need a break.
I agree with you. And then we have to go on to the match that everyone's going to get their breath back.
Yes, that's exactly what happens here with Tekla versus Chris Statlander in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
So that's the other thing, is we're going from a no time limit match. So there has to be a winner, right? Like that's the whole point of the no time limit match, is there has to be a winner. There can't be a fluke. You can't go to the time limit to a 2 out of 3 falls match. So there has to be a winner. There can't be a fluke.
How long does the no time limit match go?
So the continental rules, I believe, are 20 or 25 minutes maximum. I think this match goes 30.
I'll take the over.
You think it's going to go over 30?
I'll take the over.
I hope not. I almost hope that they don't need the no time limit and it goes 15 minutes.
It was 18:30.
Yeah, it really, really just this is the shortest match on the card. They go
7 minutes.
Yeah, they go a solid 8 minutes, 12 minutes with curtain to curtain.
Yeah. I'll take the over 30 minutes. Give me over 29 and a half.
Over 29 and a half?
Yeah, the number.
Now here's the question: 30. Do you think they go over 40 minutes?
That's a long match. This is a long, but there's only really 8 matches on this card. I know it's a crazy thing for me to say out loud, but I've seen their cards with 11 matches.
I'm going to tell you why I think if they go over 30, it's not going to be much over 30. It's going to be 32, and I'll agree with you. So I'll give you that one. Although, I'm going to tell you why they won't. I think Tekla and Chris Statlander 2 out of 3 falls. That is also going to go about 25, 30 minutes. That's going to sit between the 20 and 30 minute mark. But the main event on this card is going to go 45. Yeah,
it's going to be long.
It's going to be real long. And I'm going to hear how it's more bang for your buck.
Something like that.
That's what I'm going to hear from the sickos.
But before we take a breather on this match, let's actually talk about this match. So we have Tekla versus Chris Statlander. Steven, what do you think?
I think that once she took Toni Storm out of the women's division, that a lot of people stopped caring about this. I want to care about Tekla. I think she has an interesting look. I think she has an interesting persona. I think her in-ring is cool. I think even though that she's a shorter girl, she's built in such a way that you don't realize it. kind of like Ivy Nile from WWE, but she's a little taller than Ivy is, so she sits in that like 5'5" range, but like she looks a little shorter, especially compared to someone like Statlander. But she's built well enough where it hides a little bit. I almost don't understand why we didn't continue the Chris Statlander experiment, other than the fact that I think we all just realized that she's a really good wrestler and they have positioned her in no way for anyone to understand who and what she is. I don't know what the Cosmic Killer is. That doesn't mean anything to me. She's not an alien anymore. She's not an alien anymore. She's not coming out like she was so much cooler as a heel. And if they had just continued on with her heel style of promos and stuff like that, but in the babyface form, it would have worked better. And they did not do anything like that. They just made her an alien again. Just a bargain basement alien.
Sure. I'm interested to see how this match plays out. I'm with you. I want to like both these women more than I do. I don't think AEW really knows how to develop the women's division. I think that the reason why Tony's so over is because of Tony, not because of Tony. Tony Storm, not Tony Khan. That's where I think they end up having essentially I think from total package of wrestling and character, and I've said it before, the best women's wrestler, maybe the best wrestler in the world.
I agree.
She has such a good character. She's really solid in the ring. I wouldn't say she's the best in-ring wrestler, but when you take how great this character is and wrap it all up, I get that she needs a break. I get all those things.
And to kind of piggyback off of what you just said, if you look at all the women that have been stars in AEW in their women's division throughout the history of this company, all 6 years of it, Timeless Tony Storm kind of did it by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Britt Baker kind of did it by herself. The third one I'm going to throw out isn't there anymore because she jumped ship, but Mariah May kind of did it all on her own with her own stuff.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. Yes, it was working with Tony Storm, but like the stuff she did was so over at the time.
I never wanted it to end.
No.
I like when storylines culminate. That one I was like, never change. You guys just stay this way forever.
Just keep going at it.
I'm forgetting who's at what spot. Steven, I'm gonna say there at least each of these women get a pin or submission. They each win a match. And I'm looking for Tekla to retain here.
I think Tekla retains too. I think this was Statlander's opportunity over the last few months. And I'm not going to say she squandered it. What I am going to say is booking and everything else and creative in general did not do anything to help her, and no favors. So I think she's a great athlete. I think she's a great wrestler. I think she has a ton of potential. I think the issue might not lay in Chris Statlander, but lay with stuff behind the scenes.
Let me ask you a question here, Steven. What are the chances that Statlander shows up here?
I don't know.
She was pulled from
TNA because
commitments. Oh no, past TNA. She was supposed to work a card, was pulled from that card because she has a bigger opportunity. What are the chances she shows up at this match?
I don't think it's this match. If you want to, if you want to know where she's really going to show up, it's going to be in that opener.
So with Tony and
I think
Marina?
she might be the reason why Marina wins. She comes out, and Steph DeLander kind of has that feel where if you put her in there with Tony Storm, I think that could be a really good feud. That might be able to recreate that Mariah May thing that we were just talking about.
So many running hips.
And I think just in general, I think that's a better option than what we would be seeing down there. And also, excuse me, although Steph DeLander is probably well known by this crowd because AEW fans are the smart fans. Let's,
Sure.
They're not the casual wrestling fan. They're the we know every wrestler on every indie card in the history of Everdom.
Yeah.
I don't think that if you're trying to tell the story the right way, which who knows if they are, they're not. Again, Tony, my pen is right here, man. Like, I'm waiting for the phone call. I will help. Here's the pen. You guys keep waiting on signing me. We're going to get this show big enough where my price goes up.
Mine's already gone up during this sentence. So
Facts.
It works.
I know that's how it works. But if I were to actually be the one holding the book and holding the pencil, I would not have Steph DeLander interfere in this match. And the funny thing is I was just talking about this with someone else. I get it. You spent a lot of money on her, but Mercedes Moné not being there hasn't really
affected in the show.
Yeah, hasn't affected too much of what they're doing. No, I did it. I said it to you before before we were recording. But I don't miss her, and I said it when it was a WWE thing. I didn't miss her when she left WWE. So if you want to be the biggest women's wrestler in the world, if Toni Storm leaves tomorrow, I will miss her.
Yes.
I will wonder where she's going to show up next. If when Rhea Ripley was not on the card, for how many months did we say, when is Rhea Ripley coming back? That makes
still problems with the way they stripped her title, and then Jade Cargill, who's not hurt, doesn't defend it for
ever.
like 3 months.
But that's the point, is how often we're still butthurt about that, and it's a year later.
It's been a minute.
Rhea was gone and we missed her. When Charlotte was recovering from her knee, we missed her. You say what you will, Charlotte wins, lol. Okay, that's great. But at the same time, when Charlotte wasn't there was a hole in that division. I know they're going to they're going to interject Mercedes back into the world title picture, the women's world title picture at some point. I don't know if I don't care right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the women's world title. I hate the fact that I don't care about this feud because it should be bigger than it is. And I hope Toni Storm enjoys her vacation.
And I want Willow more involved in this stuff too. Just gonna throw that out there too.
There's no reason for Willow to be a champ right now. There's no reason for her to be one half of the tag team champions and the TBS champion, because all it does is make sure that one of those titles sits on the shelf every night.
And then not on Revolution.
She's not involved in this.
I don't get it. So
I'm sure she'll be on the pre-show.
Sure. But I don't care about the pre-show. I want to be on the show.
I want her to be on the show.
Yeah. All right. So that takes us to the main event. You'll never guess the stipulation on this one, Steven. We have MJF versus Hangman Adam Page in a last chance Texas death match.
Last chance.
Let me get this straight, Steven. If Page loses, he'll never challenge for the title again, or as long as MJF is champion, he will never challenge for the title again.
No, it's if he loses, he never gets another shot at the world title ever.
Have we learned nothing from Cody Rhodes?
Here's the thing is, when Cody did this, let me point out, when Cody did this in AEW originally, there was a reason behind it. Cody didn't want to be seen as a guy that was booking himself at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And also, out of all of the executive vice presidents at the time, who were Cody, Omega, and the Bucks, Cody was smart enough to know that someone has to be there to run the show during the show. So it's a little bit of a difference there. The other side of this is Hangman. If Hangman loses this match and can never challenge for the title, can never change the title, can never challenge for the title again, AEW are the fans that if something were to happen where a heel really pushed the boundaries and somehow Hangman went back on his word or did something, they would be the ones going, nah, you can't do that. You're 100%. Not allowed. Then they'd be really mad about this. Not upset that this heel is pushing Hangman's buttons and being a scoundrel. Upset that he's not going to stick to what he said.
I'm now looking at his contract. That's the only thing that would make me convinced that's he's only signed right now. That doesn't make sense. All right, he's signed till at least the end of 2027. I'm sorry. I don't see how Paige loses this match and can never challenge for the title again. That is such a waste of Hangman and Paige.
I think so. I think in general, this is one, it's a stupid stipulation. Two, I don't really want to see another Texas death match.
And I don't want to see MJF drop the title.
I don't want to see MJF drop the title just yet. Like, this is stupid for him to lose the title this quickly.
But then,
you know what?
Time,
screw it. I'm saying MJF because it should be MJF winning this match.
Yeah.
I know what's going on here.
It neuters Paige.
It absolutely neuters Paige, which either means, look, you either need to do something with Hangman Adam Page, send him somewhere else. I don't know. Have his dog get sick and he has to go take care of that or something, because he needs to be gone so that people forget about some of this stuff.
They'll never forget.
They're never going to forget. This is going to be the dumbest thing ever. This is a stupid stipulation. And again, we're back to another Texas death match.
Where all you need to say was, I'll never challenge for the title again as long as you hold it.
Yep.
Fixes everything. And then
I agree.
And then give MJF a long title run. Let him hold it over him. Let him do all the things. As long as he holds it, you can't challenge him for it. Have him lose it, win it back, and have Hangman come at him and him say, you can't have it. I'm holding the title. It still counts. And then it doesn't count. That's not how it works. That all works. So we'll see what happens here. We got another Texas death match. Hopefully they'll keep the violence to the right degree.
All right, so over under on this one. 40 minutes?
It's going to be long. Probably. I'll say under 40 minutes.
You hope.
I do.
I do hope.
I do.
I'm sorry. I got a little heated on that last part. For the most part, I think this show's going to be really good, actually. I'm
excited. Especially after talking through it, I'm excited about the show. I think it's going to be good. I think they're going to have a lot of solid matches. So definitely tune in, check it all out. That's our review. That's our preview.
Our preview and predictions, as you say.
We're reviewing this all. Somehow we have different winners. I don't know how you can review with different winners. No, it's not just names that mix up. So we have, that is our predictions for AEW Revolution 2026. Thank you so much. Please, below, tell us where you think you're right. Tell us where you think we're wrong. Put your predictions in there. We would love to check it out and see what you have to say. Please share, like, subscribe, smash that subscribe button, as they say. Tell a friend.
Don't punch it.
If you don't have any friends, tell a stranger. And above all else, Steven,
remember, guys, tuck your chin when you bump.